I see sous chef Patrice is now chopping some carrots and celery, some fennel on that board too. That Patrice is a slicing and dicing machine. We should just call him Patrice-o-matic.
Swiss meringue, very simple also. Egg white, sugar, and Swiss. No, egg white, sugar, you're fine, all right? Very good. Let me talk to you about the proportion. An egg white is roughly about an ounce of egg whites, so you double that in sugar, 1 ounce of egg whites, 2 ounces of granulated sugar, all right? Now on this technique of meringue, it's also used for, I have a friend who's making buttercream with this, why not? All right, but it's also, you can take that meringue and bake it in the oven at very low temperature, sometime in a gas oven. You leave the pilot on all night, you put your meringue, and the next day you come nice and crunchy. Now, French meringue would be nice and crunchy. Swiss meringue would be crunchy on the outside and a little chewing on the inside. So it's kind of great technique also. Very simple. We're going to go ahead and separate our eggs. Just be careful not to put any yolks. Also, I need to mention that the bowl is dry, the whisk of the machine is dry. That's very important. We don't want any moisture whatsoever. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to get those egg whites to get nice and fluffy. All right, a pinch of salt goes in always. All right, I'm using a stand-up mixer like this. You want to do it by hand, knock yourself out. But me, I'd rather use a machine, all right? Very good. So we're going to place those 2 egg whites. We're going to start turning the machine. And I'm going to add also some crème au tartare, which is going to help keep the moisture, the natural moisture on the inside of the egg whites and the egg whites. Otherwise, they kind of break down and separate it. So a little bit of acidity here, crème au tartare. And we're talking about, you know, 1/4 teaspoon if it is. That's it, perfect like this, all right? So I'm gonna also add, this time I'm gonna add the sugar at the same time. All the sugar goes in, there we go. And now, the difference between all those meringues, the French meringue is cold, the Italian are hot, and the Swiss are warm. So we're gonna warm this up. And I'm gonna use a torch. Everybody likes to play with the fire. So there we go. And gently, we're going to start to warm up the bottom of the bowl on high speed. We don't want to stay too much on one spot because that probably will burn the sugar. The idea is to get the whole mixture just warm. And on high speed, just go ahead and whisk it until it becomes nice and fluffy. I'm going to let it go a little bit just to cool off until it's cold to the touch, and it's going to become nice and stiff, and I can pipe it and do whatever. I can even do a chocolate mousse, fold some chocolate and whipped cream. There we go, all right? So, let me see here. Still running on high speed. I can feel a little bit of heat, but we're going to let it cool off a little bit. Beautiful Swiss meringue. That was easy. Oh, be careful, don't break the equipment. Now look at that. Nice and soft peak. I could let it run a little bit more. It'll get colder, and you could do so many things with this. You know, even a chocolate mousse, like I said earlier, that'll be perfect. You can also test it. That tastes pretty good, all right? I'll see you later, guys. Thank you very much.
They got some pretty good culinary noggins. The Patrice-o-matic. That Patrice is a slicing and dicing machine.